Well guys, it's Monday, November 1st now. So we've got, we had a sunny, windy day yesterday to kind of dry things off. You can tell it was muddy when we quit there Thursday evening. It rained. Friday it rained heavy on and off, and then Saturday it just kind of misted all day. So it's still going to be wet. But I was back here and checked. I think we can shell corn. We're going to start everything we shelled Thursday in the bin. We run the dryer, got it dried down. We're going to go back here. I don't know, there's 20 acres or so left here at the back of the farm. We are going to shell that and get the dryer running, and then hopefully by that time we've got 3 sunny days. I want to finish beans. We haven't been able to run beans in what, 3 weeks now, so hopefully we can get on with that today. We're going to shell corn till later in the afternoon, and we'll go check them, and hopefully we can switch and go get finished up. My uncle's supposed to be getting a replacement combine to go in for his 9670. It'll be here today or tomorrow, and the beans we've got are on farms with him, so that and then an S760 ought to run get some beans run if we get the weather. She's got to have a service guy come out and show him how to run the new one and whatnot, but hopefully we can get beans finished up and maybe back to corn when the weather turns cruddy again. So Ben's on his way. The place he worked, they closed up, so we've got him around, not full time, but he'll be around more because he's just helping us now. So that'll be nice having an extra hand around at times. But yeah, as soon as he gets here, I got everything started warming up. We're going to take off for the field back here. Well, we've got a couple loads shelled off back here. We're going to, my uncle called his 760 that he's leasing for the rest of the year come in, and he wants me to go with him because I guess he wants me to drive it home. So we gotta go over to Anna, Ohio, to the dealer where they got it in, and it was hauled in from Indiana, and it went to that dealer to get the tires put on it, and then we gotta drive it home. So it'll probably be a couple hours till we're back, which by then we'll need to go check beans anyways, and it's plenty wet back there, so no hurt feelings if we end up switching to beans and pulling out of there, but we need to be doing something anyways. We got the feed bins up, and it really looks like a hog building now. Well, it's, I don't know, probably 8 o'clock. We're just about done here. We've got a couple rounds to go. But we got my uncle's new combine home. It took longer than we thought. We got over to the dealer, and they didn't have the right tires on it yet. They just got there, so we went and got a late lunch at the bar there in town, and then about an hour and a half to drive it home. So it was 5:30, quarter till 6 before we got back here to start shelling. So that should be, I think I can hold we just got these little dabs here. There's map's not filled in as well as I'd like. This field's uneven, so when I raise and lower my head, sometimes it shuts my mapping off going through depth. So the map didn't fill in as solid as I wanted it to, but I should be able to hold what's out here. I'll be pretty full, but should easily hold it. It's pretty squishy out here yet. Typically, this is the heaviest we've loaded to cart today. It was normally 2 dumps, and I could see it sticking up in there, so I'd just send him, and he'd go up the truck, and DJ's working around the shop and running the bin, unloading. So we'll get this last little bit knocked out. next day, we decided to, didn't really have a plan going into the morning. We weren't sure what beans were going to do, so when we finally decided what we was going to do, we figured we better just let beans dry today. So we are at one farm that I planted some of our shared ground with our uncle, and that corn was traded corn. And then I come here and I didn't clean the planter out, so it's mixed in. I've got a 5,000 bushel contract, no more than that, a contract in at the graph that we got to get filled. I'll have to check, see how big it is, but figure since this corn's mixed, we're going to get 5 loads run into them off of this farm, which this corn is doing really good. I mean, we're 220 bushel average for the farm, and I mean, we're coming down off of the hill all into this good black bottom ground, so that should come up some more. I'm expecting it to. And I got around the woods done, so hopefully that keeps coming up. But DJ went to get my uncle's semi. We're gonna load it, and then might go get his wagons. I don't know yet, but yeah, we're plugging right along at it. 17% moisture, so can't beat that. I about got stuck over there in the corner. Didn't have the camera on. But anyways, we got a late start. We got over here about 11. I shelled approximately 12 rows over the field and hit a dirt mound with my outside snout down there and trashed that and bent some things. So we ended up driving clear back to the shop to change that, and we needed torches to straighten stuff. And it was kind of a mess. It cost us most of the afternoon, really. It was several hours because we got there and the torch tanks were out of gas, so we had to go get gas, and DJ had to go get the snout, which, by the way, just that end piece is 650 bucks for that little thing. So that was kind of surprising, but can't really do much about it. Looks like the semi's pulled in up there. I don't know if you can see him, but I just waiting on Ben to get back here with the cart. Well, we're started here on the second field of this farm. We got both sets of wagons full, the semi, the cart, and our truck. We basically got everything full. This is going to town to fill one of our fall contracts, so we'll save the rest of this field tomorrow. I don't know, we're half done or better, and we'll finish this up in the morning. I don't know how soon we'll be able to start. They're talking really heavy frost, but finish this up in the morning, and hopefully beans are dry. So we'll shut her down. Always park to the east so the frost burns off the window. Well, we're just out here at the field with my Uncle 7810. He's got his 4430 in wagons here. We're gonna unhook the 12 off the wagons and move the 4430 over onto them, and then hook 7810 on these 2 big wagons and get them running. So got a heavy frost this morning, so it'll be a while before we can. All right, guys, it is actually 2 days later from when I started this video. I had a hell of a time with my camera yesterday, not charging, so beans didn't end up being ready to run yesterday. We're hoping today. So we moved over to probably our southwest most farms. We got 80 acres of corn here, 20 acres on this one, which is done, and then 60 catty corner across the road. We got the 25 acre field done and the 8 acre field done up there last night, because we come over here because 25 acre and the 8 acre field up there was replanted last year, so it was late like the home farm, and it was going to be our wettest, and we wanted to get that in the bin and get that dried, and that corn did extremely well, that replant. So the bottom doesn't look as good, but the tops have all blowed out of it. That corn was all real tall and looked good. Anyways, we got that done. We shelled till about 11 o'clock up there, and then we come here. This all had to, one load had to go to the feed mill in West Liberty, and the rest had to go to town. So we once we got those 2 fields done, then we jumped over here and we shelled all this field off last night, and we loaded everything to go to the elevator in the morning. So then we just finished this one up, and we just blew the combine off because there is a shatter cane, which is, it kind of looks like corn, an invasive weed problem on this farm, and I don't want to take it to the next one. So we are blowed off. Grain cart's already over there. We're gonna head over there my uncle is taking his new combine out to where we're gonna run beans, and I'm gonna get it set and get a sample, and hopefully let us know that we can come cut beans. So we're gonna shell corn and go to the bin with it until we hear from him. So gotta get out here on the road. Now this field here, I don't remember what the field average. There was some 300 out there. I think it was right around 240. This 25-acre field up here, it averaged 249, and the 8-acre field averaged 253, which is very good for that ground. That's where we planted it. It had a shitty stand, so we rented that high-speed disc, and we run that thing a couple passes over it and planted it. I didn't think the replant was going to do all that great, but every cornfield I've pulled into, I've been surprised this year. I didn't think we had quite enough rain to get the yields we're getting, but apparently we did. So we've got my uncle's 7810 on his 2 big wagons, using them, and we have his 4430 on our wagons. There's the one we shelled last night, and then the 8 acres on back here behind their house. 20 bottom 30-ish acres is down here, down the road a little bit. So we'll try to get you some footage now I got my camera back up and going. They're down here in the bottom. We're running around 4.5, 5 mile an hour. We're getting a really good sample, and the ground's been very clean. Right now we're north of 300 on the yield, particular corn that we're in, but it'll fall back off here. I can show you my map, but for some reason I lost signal when it zoomed the way out, and I don't know that you can zoom it back in, so that's kind of screwed up. Don't particularly care for the Pro 600 monitor. Well, that thing's still hanging up there above 300 yet. It seems to be running pretty accurate. It's kind of hard to believe that some of this ground's doing so well this year, but we're on track to fill in the bin before we're done with this one. Wish we had another bin sitting next to it. Maybe next year. We're dumping about every round. We're in good long rows now. As we get over there, the woods, the field's in a big L shape. We get a bunch shorter rows. So once we get over there, it'll go a little quicker. Well, called, said soybeans are running 16.2, and was asking what I think we should do, and I really don't know that we're going to get dry soybeans again. If it would stay sunny for all day, maybe, but can't seem to get sun all day. It'll get cloudy about dinner time, and the sun don't come back out till 3 o'clock. It's getting dark at 6:30. It don't work very well, so I don't know. He said he was going to go ahead and run a semi-load while he was there and get things opened up. We might just be able to finish this farm before we go to beans, and then we're done down this way with all the harvest. Well, the 80 acres down in this area are done. Just finished up, been done. Still got some on the cart, but we can take it home. We're gonna take everything home so we can switch to beans tomorrow. Mom dropped the pizza off in the grain truck, so Ben and I are gonna eat real quick. DJ took off for home with 70-10 wagons a few minutes ago. Got some flasher issues on that thing. What was that?
I said, good morning, Mr. Turner.
Morning.
Well, you got that all done.
Yep. Well, do you want to take off for this? For home?
I figured I'll follow you.
Okay. Pull up to the wagon at the bend and finish dumping into it. So I'll take off then.
Yeah, I figured you'd be headed to me.
Yeah. Yeah. See if he can unfold his auger and not hit the trees.